It's the Sue and Show. Sue and Show. Sue and Show.
Of Hourish Show.
2, 1, you're in the room.
Hello. Hello, the room. We're in the room again.
In the room.
How are you?
I'm
You
good.
went to England.
Yeah, I'm just back from Manchester with my mum. I went over to collect my mum and bring her back.
How is she?
Now, for people, my mum is 92 and she has lived most of those 92 years in England. She went there in the 1950s and early 20s, and then there was the interlude of 13 years back in Ireland that didn't work out.
Was it only 13?
With 13 or 14 years, because we were...
I always think it was longer.
Yeah, I lived in Sligo for
it felt
13
longer.
years. Oh my God, because it felt like a lifetime. And sometimes I go to a little flat. She lives in Reddish near Stockports. It's South Manchester. And that's the general area. And I always go, oh, this is Mum's new flat. And I was calculating, she has been there nearly 40 years.
Wow.
But because she moved there when we left and gone to college, it never feels like home. But I was getting off the bus going, I have been coming here for 40 years. But
And
it
it's
doesn't feel
such a lovely little place.
her little flat.
Oh, I love it.
It's so funny. I go in there and I just go,
Do you? Oh, I used to
I
go
guess-
in and go, oh, it's so nice and homely.
it only gets that. Me and Una are so different. She goes to Mum and she goes, oh,
I'm back. I'm back in
No,
mammies.
she just loves sitting there because her flat is absolutely tiny, and Una just loves cozying up on the couch, watching telly with Mum, having biscuits, whereas I go,
Get me out.
I'm going to lie in the hall and cry at the ceiling.
it just,
I like it too. I enjoy it to a point.
Yeah,
to a point.
it is small.
It's claustrophobic.
Yeah.
And there's an inner part of me that's to the manor born. And
We have Christmas
Yes.
dinner there,
yeah,
which is sweet, but it ain't no banquet.
it ain't no
I mean-
banquet, and it's very
Every time to
poor.
get down to
It's
the
poor.
to the feathers for a pint to get out.
It's poor. I mean, it does make me laugh. She's got a radiator and there's a shelf over the radiator. It's like a mantelpiece over the radiator. But you just sit there looking at it because it is so crooked. There's like, I would say, 20 degree slope on it. And then the wallpapers is loony.
And then she's, when you get older, your routine and the things that she watches on telly, you have to, because I know my aunt is the same. She's like, I have to go now, bye. Thanks
Emmerdale.
for calling in.
Yeah, but the thing is, what's really sweet is Anne goes over, collects her, makes sure she's safe, brings her over to Una's, and the first thing she's doing is working out her telly routine on the sofa.
She was straight away into Una's house and Emmerdale was on. And then, so we were just sitting out in the garden chatting. We've all come round to visit her, me and Kevin and Una. And then we're just out in the, and Paul was there too. And we were just out in the garden chatting. Well, and it's the tone of I don't watch soap operas.
The drone.
But it's this, it's always everybody's turning like that. Everybody's like, what are you doing? It's this shrill, pugilistic,
I know.
uncouth communication.
Did you just say pugilistic soap operas?
Yes. Yeah,
I know.
I never got into it. I think when I was a kid, for Coronation Street for a while, when it was very funny, and you had Mavis, and you had that hilarious couple, Hilda Ogden.
Yeah.
And what was her husband's name? They were fantastic.
Stan.
Stan, like the one storyline was Hilda wanted to get a house painted and he just got leftover paint and mixed it up. And she was going,
It's a story of our lives, really.
yeah, but she was going, ooh, it's lovely and it's a new colour and it's called purple something. It was a very odd colour. And she's going, oh no, it's lovely. But then he didn't have enough to finish the house. And then she's going, we'll just go and get more of this fabulous colour. And then she realised he's just mixed up slop and created, and he can't recreate more of the colour. But it was such a genuine, ordinary, working class, hilarious, poor story. And then she turned against the colour and just felt like a fool. And
I thought it was going to turn out to be fluorescent when they turned the lights off. The whole place glowed.
Yeah.
But no, the most famous thing was her wallpaper with the ducks.
Oh yes.
No, that wasn't.
But Coronation Street had great comedy. They just under the old Coronation Street was very funny.
Well,
I
it
think-
wasn't wallpaper with ducks. It was the famous duck ornaments that go on the wall because Una has a set of them. They're vintage now, and Una has a set.
And
of
there
them.
was a wallpaper landscape behind the ducks.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
No, because I think what they did really, really well was they stuck with the characters and they stuck with that family, you know, small detail thing. It's the same in comedy, you know. I'm obsessed with Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
And I've watched nearly every episode of it. And they stick with the small storyline, that they just expand on this one thing. And one of the ones I was watching recently was they come back from holiday and the case stays on the stairs unopened, and who's going to open the case. So Deborah decides that she's going to not go near it because she knows that Raymond won't. And the whole episode is about this unopened case that nobody is taking responsibility for after the
Why?
holiday.
Because nobody wants to unpack
Do the
it.
washing and unpack it. And it's so
See,
relatable.
That is what Coronation Street had, but my mum won't watch Coronation Street anymore because she went, the storylines went stupid. It was like all big offers, like murders. I mean, I'm sorry, when murders come into so ordinary life soap operas, piss off. Come on, how many people do you know were murdered in an ordinary course of events?
I think you're missing the point, and it's called television.
I know, but it was the small detail that was
But
glorious.
they do it all the time now. Even in Fair City, people are being killed and...
I know, well, Emmerdale is loony. You know, Mum was telling me the storyline, and it's bonkers. I couldn't even tell you.
Hold on a
what
second.
it is.
Your mother watches Emmerdale. That's a murder every couple of weeks.
I know, but she won't watch Coronation Street. She went off it. She went.
And all in the same barnyard, from what I can see.
I mean, we used to be obsessed with EastEnders when we were younger, teenagers, and I remember the omnibus was on Sundays for the hour.
All right.
And everybody, the road was very quiet between 2 and 3 on a Sunday.
So what kind of I never watched EastEnders. What?
Well,
kind
there wasn't quite murders, but there was, somebody burnt the pub down. But the characters were fantastic. The Kemp brothers.
Somebody was having sex with someone they shouldn't be having sex with.
And then they had, and Doc Cotton she was brilliant. So she was just an absolute genius.
But she was the equivalent of Hilda in some ways.
Exactly. And people just watched it for her because she was such a superb actress. She could make the most mundane lines seem like she just was an incredible actress.
But she even had a sidekick or a friend who was like, do you remember Ina Sharples?
Yeah.
And Minnie Caldwell.
Yeah.
And there was one episode of EastEnders, absolute gold, and it was just the two of them reminiscing about the old days.
Oh yeah.
It was a two-hander play.
Ina Sharples was Coronation Street, wasn't she?
We just said that. And
sorry.
she was the equivalency of us in there.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I got distracted with the
so
Paul and Sue podcast there. I was just listening into that. Sorry, can we come back to the admin scene?
Hourish show.
I would just say it made me laugh. My sister's friend, dear friend Mario in Amsterdam, he's Brazilian, and he was singing our theme tune.
He was singing the theme tune, and then he thought half Irish was half Irish.
Yeah,
Half Irish.
in Brazilian.
Oh, in the Brazilian.
Do the accent, yeah.
Oh,
It's the Suan Show.
I love it. I love your podcast. It's the Suan Show. Suan Show.
Yeah.
Half Irish show.
He might be onto something. But also, he had that cross between a Brazilian singing and Marilyn Monroe singing "Happy Birthday" to JFK.
Yeah.
Have Irish show.
It was lovely.
Listen, you were saying your mum is so funny. And
My mum is hilarious. It's been a couple of months since I've seen her. So there had been an article in the paper, these articles.
Oh, come on, you were on the front of the Indo Weekend magazine. cover.
Were you, Anne?
You got the cover.
Yeah.
You made the
No,
cover.
but this is a thing that really made
And
me
it
laugh.
looked amazing.
So I brought Mum over the newspaper with the magazine, and I went, Mum, look at this. I said, there was an article in the magazine, but they put my picture on the front of the paper. And then I said, and look, it's the front of the magazine. And then I turned the page and I went, and look, there's a picture in the content section. And then I said, and look at the big picture in the main interview. And she went, oh. And were people going, I'm sick of looking at pictures, Agnes.
And
Fantastic.
and that's why Anne doesn't lose the run of herself.
That's why we're all so humble and going, oh, don't mind me. No, I'm not doing anything
And
good.
then when we were leaving her flat, she went to me, do you want to take the magazine back? And I went, no, Mum, I bought that copy for you. And it was left on a coffee table, but it was turned around. And I went, Mum, why have you left the magazine not face up? And she went, because John Kelly, my cousin, she said, John Kelly's going to be coming through the flat to water my garden, and I don't want him to see it and think that I'm showing off. So she turned the magazine upside down. So as we were leaving the flat, she went, I said, I'll just do one last check over the flat. And I turned it up. So maybe when I come back, all my cousins will be going, oh.
Or there'll be a big mustache on your face.
But when you were telling me that earlier on, the opening night of the show was last night, Celtic Exodus, which you mean, and it's full of all these fabulous young dancers
You were
and
saying
singers.
they're
They're amazing. They're absolutely gorgeous kids. Well, kids, they're in their 20s. Kids. But there's the leading man, Colin Quinn, he's just stunning. Like he can sing, dance, fucking act, the whole package.
Yeah.
And of course, the mammy was there last night, all dressed up to the nines, and she was dying to meet me because I play his mother in the show. And she was doing the Irish mammy thing. I was saying to her, my God, your son is just, you must be so proud of him. You know, he's so wonderful, and his dancing and everything. I'm just in awe of him. And she was, oh yeah, Colin's grand, sure, he's been tapping away for years since he was 4 or 5. Anyway, you were great. And I watched all your sketches in Dirtbirds, and she just deflected from the fact that her son is playing the lead in a major show where he has to dance his socks off. He's jumping 10 feet in the air and he's singing his heart out, and he's gorgeous.
And she cannot take a moment to go. Yes, he is superb. And I am so proud.
She was being modest on his behalf.
She was being a typical Irish mammy.
mammy.
The interesting thing, I would have thought for that generation, the mammies would have changed a bit. But it's the Irish modesty thing. Embarrassment about success and brilliance.
And a friend of mine who did a show, do you know what? This is funny. I don't think she'll mind us saying, but we have a friend, Sonia Kelly, and she wrote the most amazing show called Wheelchair on My Face.
Oh, yeah.
And it was about her eyesight, because Sonia has really, really poor eyesight.
And her parents didn't notice for the first 3 or 4 years of her life. And Sonia, as a child, didn't know she was stumbling around blind.
Yeah, and she was banging into, chairs and tables and all in the thing. And even the teachers thought she was stupid. Anyway, they finally
figured out she was nearly blind.
Yeah, and she wrote this show, amazing show, wasn't it?
Oh, superb.
And I was there the night her mother was in.
Yeah.
And I said to her mother afterwards, and to this day, me and Sonia actually recently were just laughing about it because it still makes me laugh. It's so typical mammy. I said, my God, Sonia's isn't that a superb show your daughter wrote? You must be so proud of her. It's wonderful. And what an awful time she had. And she just went, well, let me tell you, it was worse for me. I was in the garden one day thinking about that way her mother said it, and I actually rang Sonia. I said, Sonia, I don't know why I was that came into my mind, and I started laughing as I was doing the gardening, and I had to ring you and just laugh about it again, because she just also found it so funny. Well, actually, it was worse for me, the whole thing. It was traumatic.
It reminds me of that joke about the Irish woman at her husband's funeral, and they're all giving loads of, commiserations. And she goes, "Sure, I was sicker than him up until the day he died."
But I mean, my own mother used to do it, and actually another friend of ours did a fantastic concert recently, and her mother, I said to her mother, "Oh, Susanna, is fantastic. That was a fantastic," and she said, "Yeah, she's getting better, getting better."
Is that Susanna Derrickson's mum?
Getting better. But my mother used to comment about my physicalities.
Your mum was always a bit like that, but when she saw you in Dancing at Lunasa in Galway, shortly before she died,
like that.
didn't she see that she said something amazing to you, didn't she?
No, I think it was more of a that was grand. You were better than the last one I saw you in. No, it was something like that. Yeah, she used to.
My mum,
that.
I always remember my dear Auntie Anne passed away last week, and I think it was Mum did Auntie Anne come, Auntie Kitty, to see us in the Lowry Theatre in Salford. Completely sold out, big theatre, the Newlas, years ago. And Mum said afterwards to me, we got a standing ovation. It was an event. And she, maybe it was embarrassment, she went, "Do you have to put on them stupid Irish accents?"
Isn't that so? Where does that come from? I mean, I don't relate to that because I have 4 kids, and I swear to God, if they do anything, I'm.
I know we were talking about it before. Remember, it's just it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
They don't like their kids to be better than they are.
Yeah.
But also, I think my family, there was this thing that getting notions of going outside your class level and having an ambition outside of what was your norm was seen as a bit odd as well.
And it is that Irish thing of, "Oh, you think you're great."
Yeah.
Which, as I said in the last show we did, "Oh, you think you're great." When an Irish person said, "Oh, you think you're great," they didn't mean, aren't you? When an Irish person said, "Aren't you great?" they didn't mean, "Aren't you great?" They meant, "Aren't you right how gobshite?" And,
There's a great story. There's a very funny story about Ronnie, Phelim's dad, Ronnie Drew, who he went to Spain. He used to have dreams about, first of all, he used to dream about singing ballads. And such an unusual, odd thing for such a young person.
But it's extraordinary. He went to Spain and learned
flamenco. Yeah, he learned guitar, and he learned Spanish, and he started to sing. He used to always have these mad dreams about seeing himself on a stage, singing these songs. And he was very young, and it was like a calling. I mean, it was just the strangest thing.
But it was the strangest thing, someone of that generation, that age, that class, going off to Spain and going, "I must go to Spain and learn Spanish and learn how to play."
And learn how to sing. And it was weird. Anyway, he went, because he grew up in Monkstown Farm, and he was thrown into his 2 aunties brought him up. But they lived in Monkstown Farm, and
what's Monkstown Farm like?
It's kind of it's council houses. It's near it's in the south side near Dunleary. Do you know it? No,
I don't know. No.
Anyway, now he grew up in quite a nice house there, but there was the next door neighbour. He came back after one of his trips to Spain, and he came into the neighbour, and he had on a pair of white trousers and these slip-on shoes, and he had a guitar, and he went in and he went, "Maureen, I'm going to be a singer. Listen to this." And he went and he stood in this position with his guitar, and he went brrrring and sang something, and she went, "Ronnie, don't be such a fucking idiot."
He went full flamenco.
Don't be such a fucking fucking eat. There you go. Another, you know.
And the lesson is, all those kids out there that want to do stuff, when someone says that to you, make that the words that make it stronger for you.
Yeah.
Well, you were saying it's like reverse affirmation, reverse-imation.
Reverse-imation. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a new
I
term.
suppose
Point.
I have just had a strong sense all the time that Mum has been really embarrassed by stuff I've done. Although she said something recently in the last
She
few
said something
years.
positive recently.
No, she was proud. She said she
Oh.
was proud. Was it the menopause show? Yeah, I think it was seeing clips of the menopause show. And I feel that, I mean, the Newlers was so successful, but she was embarrassed by that. I think she was all the time going, why, you were good at school, why don't you get a proper job? No matter what level we reached.
She always
Yeah.
says nice things about you behind your back.
But I think, and I feel the same way about the last few shows that we've done, me and Paul, the How to Get the Menopause and this. Yeah, I'm really proud of that
How
work
is
too.
she with Una and Kevin? Is she the same? Because Una's got a job in prison.
No, she's very proud of Una.
Well, I mean, you know, but does she say stuff to Una or, you know, does she...
No, she's very proud of Una, and Una's been so good to her. Una's the really good. You know, there's always one child who really
She's
picks
the good
up.
daughter.
She's the one who really picks up the slack. And now Mum's poor old Mum. Her mobility's terrible, so Una will bring down a bed and have it in her living room for that whole 2 weeks, and she's wonderful. She's the wonderful daughter on that. You know, my mum can drive me up the wall a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she also drives Una up the wall.
Maybe I'm in my head. I go. She drives her up the wall. Like Una's so good. She's going to bring my mum on a road trip to Mayo to see her brother and spend a couple of nights down there.
You would be able to do that. Yeah. Speaking of...
Oh, go on, tell the story.
it was the opening night last night, and we were in since 2:00 doing notes and going over bits and pieces, and we were all really, really tired. And I have a song in the second half. I have to wait until the latter part of the show to do this song. I'm so jealous of the people that can do their songs early in the show and get them over and done with. But I have to wait for the whole darn show to do this bloody number.
Yeah.
And near the time, I was just going around backstage going, something called over. I was like, the place was packed full of VIPs.
Was this opening night last night?
Yeah. And, VIPs. Louis Walsh was there.
Louis Walsh is a VIP.
Louis Walsh was at our show last night. So if I get a call, just to, you know, in case he wants to just...
do a pod with you.
The podcast, I won't be able to...
So I've been listening to the Sue and Hourish show, and come on, I'm poaching you.
Yeah.
It's the Sue Louis half hour.
Yeah.
Natter.
Our 4 ladies who want to be in a woman band. It's a
Bints.
new concept.
Bints, that would be a good name for
Yeah,
them.
the 5 Bints. But anyway, I was going around and I swear to God I was panicking. I got it into my head, all these different scenarios where I was going to have to stop the show. Contact the stage manager and say, I can't sing this song.
No
Because
way.
It was total
That
nerves.
was a panic attack.
It was like, I was convinced, and then I have a goiter, and I was convinced my goiter was getting bigger and it was closing over my windpipe, the whole lot. And then I remembered that
Talk about the sweet.
the singers in the show get these special sweets. They're tiny little black things that open up they're like menthol.
What are they called?
I don't know, but I don't know where you get them even. They're
Probably
special.
drugs. Yeah, go on.
And I was just going around going, have you got any of those black sweets? And then apparently Mark Fitzgerald has the black sweets, and I went up to Mark and he was about to go on stage and he went running to get me a black sweet, and it was totally all in my head. I took the sweet and went, oh, that's fine, I can sing.
How to tell me how
It
the
went
song.
fine, it went fine.
What is your song?
It's very sad. It's a really beautifully
Can you
written.
do a bit of it?
No.
Okay.
It's called Children Come Home, and it's very sad. It's very sad. It's about her losing.
It's going
children.
well anyway. You had a good opening night.
We had a good opening night. There was a good buzz. There was they were all invites. It was press night. They were given a drink, so people are on board.
And I could have come along to it, but I was with my mum, so I'm a
Yeah.
saint. I am a saint.
Yes.
I'm dying to see the show.
Yeah, and bring your mum.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great fun. It is good
Yeah.
fun, and it's got something for everybody.
Oh, I know. Oh no, go on, you.
You were doing the Paddy Power.
Oh yeah, I did the Paddy Power Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
And I was really pleased with myself because last year I was...
Because she remembered all her lines.
Yeah, last year I had a bit of a blank. And also, I don't know if you found this when you're doing a big show, to chop out 20 that works, beginning, middle, end, superbly in that kind of club scenario, I found immensely difficult. Because do you find this in this biz, that sometimes the longer you do stuff, the more you get in awe of the process and the more you respect what it takes. This has been my relationship with comedy, that the more I do it, the more I take time around it and the more you honour the art of it, because the more you see the detail. So we worked insanely hard on getting that 20 beginning, middle, end.
Yeah.
I opened with a song. I opened with
And it worked.
romance and middle age. Oh my God.
They loved it.
It stormed. That's the way into the thing for me.
Great. And who were you on with?
I was on with Brian Gallagher was comparing. I don't know, do you know Brian? He's a big beard and he is one of the best.
But that's not all of his good qualities.
No, but I'm saying that because it's a really recognisable thing. If you see him, he's so unique looking, but he is one of the best compares around.
Yeah.
He's superb. Rory O'Hanlon
Oh, he's very funny. Yeah.
and Emma, who is
And
really...
a young American girl called Yvette Segan, I think her name
Yeah,
was.
she was great. Now, I was listening to her set in backstage and I was listening to her writing and I thought, oh, that's really, really nice stuff. She came off and felt that it didn't land so well for her. But I went, your stuff is beautiful. It's beautiful. And she's really competent, nice vibe.
So it was Sunday, wasn't it? Sunday
It was
evening.
Sunday, which is, it was what...
Chilled.
Oh, so chilled. And it was packed.
Great.
But it was a really nice audience. They weren't hammered. It was all different ages, a lot of older people. And the vibe was, it was one of the nicest gigs I've ever had.
Oh, I'm
just-
delighted because they can be.
They can be scary.
They can be
You
scary.
experienced that with
I have-
Dirtbirds too,
Yeah.
because you're going around selling out the Olympia for a week, and then there's a part of your brain going, it should be really easy to go and do stuff
No.
here, but it's not, because it's that thing I was saying about respecting the frame.
Yeah, it's one of the first years I haven't done it, actually, in many years, because I was trying to figure out how long we've been doing Paddy Power, which used to be Vodafone.
God. I remember doing it, me and Kevin had a show called, did the first iteration of the Newlands do it? No, it started after we stopped.
Yeah.
But I remember doing it in the 2000s with Kevin,
Yeah.
doing the show.
And I was
with
doing Carmel character.
Carmel. You did Carmel
Yeah.
in it.
So it
then
would
the
have been
Newlands.
20
we've been playing it about 20 years.
20 years. I would say there was a little bit of a gap. Well, maybe I didn't do
I had
it
a
for
gap.
1 or 2
Yeah.
years, and then the News were booked again to do it with Maria.
Yeah, that's right. We were we were playing the big tent. We were headlining in the big tent. Yeah.
And then Dirtbirds did it, I think, for 2 years.
Yeah.
They were tough gigs because, like you said, we were taking like sections of the show.
And you can't do it. You have to
and
break it down.
sketches, which, don't go well unless you're, I don't know.
In that kind of scenario, you have to come out and go, hello, I'm here, this is who I am, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And then, the dynamic, yeah.
And then because we did stand up in the last show with Dirtbirds, we had our own 20, then I could do the 20 there. And I did have a nice gig last year. But I didn't want to do it unless I had a new set and that's just not where my head is at the moment. So it was nice.
Yeah, I was just saying to you, do you miss doing the comedy? And you said the shocking thing to me. I'm shocked. You said, no, I don't.
Well, I've been performing and it's been
I know
nice.
you were working you're working the crying muscle and the
I'm working the crying muscle.
drama.
Yeah. And it is a challenge, and it's great to get out of your comfort zone, and it's still performing, but it's just giving a bit of a break.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em dirty.
Paul's
Paul's headphone just flew off his head.
No, I'm just shocked you're saying that because...
But Sue,
Because it's always
the people need your laughter. They need to laugh at
They
your
do.
jokes.
I know.
What are they going to do? They'll all be committing
because it's-
suicide.
No, I'm just looking at different ways. I mean, I'm looking at, different ways of writing, and stand-up's not my thing. And it's not really.
I've told you endlessly you should do a character show. Who the hell is doing that? Everybody seems to just follow what other people are doing and do the same thing. Do a show like Steve Coogan. I loved his one, Paul and Pauline Calf. That show, I've watched it multiple times. He's so brilliant. There's something so joyous about watching a great character stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. No, it's there. I know it's there at some point, but this is kind of interesting the way things have happened. It's really like
Yeah, you've been working solidly from show to
You
show.
keep doing what you're doing, Sue. You're doing
You're
great.
in demand.
I'm in demand.
You are in demand. Oh, not demand. Sorry, demand.
Until the show ends, and I go,
Yeah.
Nobody's giving me a call. Why is the fucking phone
And that's
ringing?
where you get on your Brett nose and your big long shoes.
And that's showbiz.
And that's showbiz.
Before we wrap up,
Just before we started doing this, I just was turning off my phone and I saw the news that Glenn Hansard had died.
yes. So
And he's somebody I just felt, he would have been playing Whelan's. We would have been playing Whelan's right back at the beginning.
yeah, he
It
kind of
just-
grew up with the
Yeah.
Frames, and I've met him a few times because Phelan was in once. So he would have been working with Glenn, and he guested with Glenn one night in his
just
own
read.
gig.
You read
and
the
it's
news
just
and
absolutely
you can't
shocking.
take it in.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't go, that did not happen.
It is a really,
It's
really
an
sad
unbelievable
news.
loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
If you want to respond to any of the stuff we've been talking about,
Or give us topics to chat on.
yes, indeed, you can email us SueAnneHalfHourShow@gmail.com.
Brought to you by Sue Collins and Anne Gildee. Producer Paul Farron.
Sue